Protection is a beautiful word until it starts to feel like control. What happens when someone claims to save you but takes away the very freedom they promise to protect? Sahir Ludhianvi's poem Foreign Protectors tears upon this contradiction with piercing honesty. Sahir Ludhianvi, one of the India's most fearless and socially conscious poets, was a voice that refused to be silenced. Born in 1921, he lived through colonial rule, the struggle for independence, and the uneasy years that followed. Sahir was not merely a poet of romantic lines, he was a poet of conscience. His words confronted injustice, hypocrisy, and the quiet cruelties of power. He wrote in a language anyone could understand, yet his ideas carried the force of deep moral conviction. In Foreign Protectors, Sahir speaks with that same force, questioning who benefits when protection is offered and what is lost when protection becomes possession. Foreign Protectors is a sharp commentary on power disguised as goodwill. It examines how protection can be used as a tool for control, how external aid and friendly counsel slowly strip people of decision, dignity, and destiny. This poem isn't just about armies, it's about influence, economic, cultural, political. Sahir asks pointed questions. Why seek safety from those who profit from your weakness? Why accept guardianship that cost your independence? How do we recognize protection that's actually conditional control? The poem warns us. The shield that promises safety may be the very hands that binds us. Stanza 1. Stanza 1 talks about the illusion of protection. Sahir opens with the image of outsiders offering shelter and security. The language of protection, friendship, support, assistance sounds generous, but the poet immediately makes us suspicious. Protection offered by those who stand to gain is rarely pure. He paints a scene in which the protectors' promise are soothing but strategic. The warning is direct. Letting someone else guard your gate is the first step to losing the house. Stanza 2. The Cost of Independence. In this stanza, the poem shows how dependence grows. A little help becomes habit and habit becomes policy. Decisions that once belonged to the people are outsourced, the nation's choices bend toward the protector's interest. Sahir describes this as a gradual transaction, help first, influence next, and control last. The cost is subtle but enormous. Autonomy traded piece by piece for the comfort of borrowed strength. Stanza 3. Hidden chains behind friendly smiles. This section reveals the disguise. Promises are wrapped in smiles and speeches about peace. The protector speaks of partnership and aid, yet every handshake carries an unseen clause. The cultural influence, economic leverage, political pressure, these replace the obvious instruments of domination. Sahir shows that modern domination often comes with visible chains. It creeps in through agreements, dependency, and soft power. Stanza 4. The Awakening of the People. Sahir shifts to the people's perspective. At first, many accept the arrangement, promises are persuasive, and immediate needs are pressing. But awareness spreads. Citizens begin to see that decisions about their land and future are being made elsewhere. They ask, why must our leaders bow to foreign whispers? This stanza captures that stirring of consciousness, the moment when people remember their capacity to govern themselves and question the legitimacy of borrowed guardianship. Stanza 5. Reclaiming Freedom. In the last stanza, Sahir issues a call, not just to reject foreign control but to reclaim self-respect. He urges a turning inward to trust one's own institutions, to nurture local strength, and to build protection that empowers rather than diminishes. True safety, he insists, grows from the people's unity and courage, not from dependency on outsiders. The poet ends with a hopeful, firm note: dignity reclaimed is protection enough. Let me conclude, students. Foreign Protectors is more than a political poem, it is a life lesson. Whether applied to nations, communities, or individuals, the message is universal. Handing over your agency, even your comfort, cost you something essential. Sahir reminds us that dependence, however decorated, is dependence, and that freedom, however demanding, is priceless. If this message resonates, share it. Let Sahir Ludhianvi's words reach more ears and minds. Reflect. Where in your life is protection? Is protection helpful? And where does it become a replacement for your voice? Stay aware. Stay empowered. Remember, protection is meaningful only when it strengthens, not replaces your own freedom.